Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm trying to get set up, and I got my little Bella here. Trying to get set up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. My little Bella. I'm trying to get set up, and Bella wants to get down. Bella wants to get down. Yeah, Bella wants to get down. I'll probably let her down in a second as soon as I can get my screen fixed here. All right, Bella, say goodbye. I got to put her down. Okay, she wanted to get down. So happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh my goodness. What a week. I say that every week, but oh my God, what's my hair doing here? I say that every week, but what a week. Yeah, so there's been some stuff going on in the news. We've got, of course, I've got my list. And, so we're going to go through the list, but there's really there's a couple things that I want to go over, but the big thing is going to be on Russell Brand, but I'm going to cover. My daughter asked me to wait until she got on so she could hear the Russell Brand stuff. So my hair is like, I don't know what's going on with it. So she didn't want to miss the Russell Brand stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a couple other things. So I did learn, there's so much out in the news right now, but I did get a message. One of my comments was on Henry Cavill. He's one that a lot of people ask about. So I'm going to talk about Henry Cavill first. And then we'll probably ask about Leah Remini, her lawsuit against Scientology. And then we'll get into Russell Brand, because that's like huge right now. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Henry Cavill. So I did get, I'm going to read the message because it was kind of a long comment that someone left. So let's see. The message says, and this was, she made a comment on one of my videos that I did quite a while ago, where I was talking about Henry Cavill, yes, but also, hi, Lena. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Did you have a good week? I was, as always, incredibly busy. But yeah, it's Friday. I'm so happy. But I'm going to talk about Russell Brand, but I want to, oh my God, my hair is just like doing stuff today. But I wanted to, my daughter asked that I wait until she get on before I do Russell Brand. So I am going to do Russell Brand. There's quite a few questions that I want to ask about that whole crazy situation. Hi, Linda. You know what, Linda? If you do a super chat or super sticker, then I'll ask those questions. But other than that, I'm just gonna ask like about celebrity stuff today. So anyway, the person that asked about Henry Cavill said, you said, and I agree with you, that Henry Cavill is sad, depressed. His eyes are dead. He is haggard. A few days ago, a photo appeared of him in Spain recording his new film, and people commented that his face was aged and he was still sad. Will he be able to get out of this depression, this sadness? You also said that the relationship he was in or was in is also to blame for this depression. Will he be able to end this relationship? There's a lot of questions in here about Henry. Will he be able to end this relationship that we see is so bad for him and move on? Why didn't he abandon this relationship that isn't good for him, as everybody has already realized? Is there any question of justice, money in ending the relationship? Will he move towards his true love? Hi, Chrissy. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Pepsi, Mila, and I are sending everyone much love. Sending it back. Are those your sweet little your pets? Hi, honey. Hi, babe. Just saying hi to the hubby. Are those your sweet little pets? That's so cute. So, yeah. So I'm going to start with these, Henry Cavill questions before I get to Russell Brand. And I am going to ask about Russell Brand. But again, my daughter wanted me to wait until she's able to get on before I go ahead and ask about Russell Brand. So we're going to ask about Henry Cavill. And yes, they are my two pup dogs. Oh, cute. Give them a big hug from me. I love the pups. I just had Bella up here a second ago, but she wanted to jump down. Hi to your wonderful husband. Did you hear that, honey? Hi. He said hi. Let's see if I can get Bella back. Come here, Bella. Oh, she's laying down. She's not going to come over here. I had her up on my lap a second ago, and I was trying to get my screen situated, and she's like, nah, I don't want to be up here. So she jumped down. Good. All right. So let's ask these questions about Henry Cavill really quick. And then I may ask about, this Leah Remini lawsuit. And then we'll get into Russell Brand. How crazy is that, the stuff going on with him? Crazy. So there's quite a few questions. Yeah. Hi, little Bella, beautiful Bella. She just went down, say hi to her dad. But anyway, yeah. So let's ask about Henry Cavill. And see, just see what's going on with him. I mean, I've done quite a few videos on my live streams where I've asked questions about him. I don't know what is going on with my hair. But okay, so let's just see if he's going to, how's he doing? Is he going to come out of this depression? Sadness, if he's still in it, is he going to come out of it? So let's ask. Okay, let's see here. I see him that he's going to be on an upward trajectory now. I'm actually seeing him doing a little bit better. I do think that he has been going through, a little bit of depression and stuff, but oh, this is interesting. So I do see that he's been going through some stress and a little bit of depression. But the good thing So he is still in the depression right now. Right now, he's still in it. But I do see him. This is where he's headed. He's headed in a more positive growth um, timing. So he's got some nice things coming. I actually think he's in the works of doing a new contract for some role or something. I'm not sure what it's for, but I do see that he's in the works, or at least talks about doing that. So that's good. And I have a new love coming in for Henry. How exciting is that? So I have a new love coming in for Henry. This is going to be, I would say, like the one, his person. So he has someone like that coming in. So I'm happy to see that. Once that person comes in, he's going to be doing a lot better. So I think whatever stress he's under, depression, whatever, which I do think he is still in, but I think once that kind of, once this new person comes in, then that's going to help him kind of, get over some of the stress, because, love always makes us feel better, especially new love. So I do see a new person coming in for him, and he will start feeling better. I mean, right now, he's not doing great, but this is him coming out of the kind of the depression that he's been in. So, I see him doing better, and I see a new love coming in for him. So that's good. And I see a new project in the works. So I don't know what the project is. We probably won't hear about it until, it's a done deal, and then, maybe filming is planned, or however that goes. But I do think he's going to be hi Melissa. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I do think he's going to be in a much better place. Let me see if I can get a timing on when this new person will come in. I'm hearing within the next 6 months. So I think within the next 6 months, he'll meet, someone new. And I wonder if that means he's broken up with this person then. Wasn't he in a relationship with Natalie? I think that's what her name was. Well, let's ask if he is still with Natalie, and, where that's going. See if we can get any information on that. Let's see. Well, interesting. Hi, persnickety. It's the weekend. Yes, it's the weekend. Excuse me. Yes, thank goodness for that. So we're all happy that it's the weekend. Okay, so is Henry Cavill still in a relationship with this Natalie, or I think her name was Natalie? I'm going to say yes, but this is what I see coming. I see allegedly. Here I go with my allegedly. I think the one he's with now, which I think her name is Natalie, is probably going to be seeing someone else. Unfortunately, I think Henry may find out about it. And it's obviously going to be more stressful. So, I think he's, going to find out about it, hear about it, whatever. But I think she's gonna. So that's how it's gonna start, and then it's saying it again. Then they split up, and then the new love comes in for him. So I don't think he's broken up with her yet. I think, that's still going on, but I don't think it's happy. I mean, it couldn't be happy if someone's being unfaithful, right? That wouldn't be happy. So, it's sad, but I know he's already heading in a much better place. So that's good. That's good. I'm happy to see that. So I think, let me just check in this big long paragraph I had on Henry, make sure. So yes, I see him getting out of his depression. Okay. Yeah, I think that was probably all that the person wanted to know about Henry. Let's ask really quick. I'm not sure. Ashley, let me know if you're on, because she wanted me to wait to ask about Russell Brand until she got on. So let's ask in the meantime, let's ask about Leah Remini. So I know we sort of touched on this, I think last week's live, I think. I don't think it was the one before that. I think it was last week's. So I don't remember if I asked this, but I want to ask if she will win this lawsuit with, that she has against Scientology. Allegedly. Yes, I'm going to get merch with Clear Your Energy and allegedly. I have to do it, but yeah, we're going to do that eventually. All right. So Miss Leah Remini, and I've seen her actually on quite a few other videos lately. So I'm trying to think of who the creators were. Well, one of them was that guy Growing Up Scientology, Aaron. She was just on his, I think, today or yesterday so she was on that. But then I saw her in another one too, and I can't remember what it was. But let's ask if she will, win her suit that she has going on. Let's ask. I used to love watching her on that show that she was on, King of Queens. That was such a cute show. I am getting, I really hope I'm wrong on this, but I don't think she's going to be successful in winning her case, her lawsuit. So that's kind of a drag. I just see, Scientology. Allegedly. So, there's just some people that are going to be working behind the scenes that I don't think, I just don't know that she's going to win. Unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong. I really, really hope I'm wrong. I'm not seeing her winning at this time though. So, that's kind of a drag. That's kind of a bummer. But, look who she's going up against, though. I mean, they're a force to be reckoned with. So, yeah, Scientology has years of practice in court and covering their ass. Yeah. Yeah. And strong arming, intimidation, allegedly. Yeah. They are all, they're, very, very, very good at avoiding all of this kind of stuff. So, and they have been for decades. So, yeah, I'm going to ask, well, hi, David. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're well. Let's see. I was going to ask a question, another question about Leah Remini, but I don't think I'm going to ask it. I'm going to hold back on that one. I just got to be careful what I ask about with regard to the big S. The big S. So I don't know. I don't know if my daughter's on yet. I'm going to text her and just see if she's on. Because I really want to get to Russell Brand. I am well, thank you. I am. I'm really happy it's the weekend. I'm really, really happy it's the weekend. Very happy. Finally the weekend. Oh, good. You're on. Yay. Finally the weekend. Yes. Okay. Russell Brand. Can you guys believe this? This is like crazy. So there's so many things that I could ask about this. The first thing that, hi, little munchkin. The first thing that I'm going to ask, though, is, and this is all alleged, none of this is fact. It's just what I get from my guides. I'm just going to put that out there right now. So, please go do your own research. All right. I'm going to ask, you guys have you guys heard about this stuff going on with Russell Brand? Let me know in the comments if you guys have heard. If you've heard of it, I'm not going to go into the whole story, but it's crazy. So, all right. So the first thing I'm going to ask is, we all know what what the allegations are that have come out. Okay. Good. Oh, you haven't, Chrissy. Okay. So just a really, really quick little brief summary. And, there's all kinds of YouTube creators that are talking about this, so you can get a lot of good information. Actually, you know what, one that I just watched today, and there's a lot of information, really, really good information, is his name is Sloan, and he spells it SLO, the number 4, and N. So SLOAN, but his A is a number 4. So go look at his video that he dropped today. He's got a lot of information in there. He's really good at just pulling together all the details. But in a nutshell, these young women have come forward recently, in the last couple of weeks, I believe, and they have basically made accusations against Russell Brand for SA, or the R word. And there's especially one in particular, or there's 2 of them, I think, that actually have proof. I believe there's 4 women that have come forward, but there's 2 of them that for sure, that it looks like, they're what they're accusation is seems to be, legit. At least one of them, but possibly two. So, he's of course came out with, I think I wouldn't even say it's an apology video. What it is a denial video. Came out with a denial video, basically saying that that never happened, and he admitted that he's been very promiscuous in his past, and that this was all consensual, and that's what he's saying. It's a flat out denial. So, so there's that. So that's just in a very, very nutshell. I mean, really go and, look up on Google, but I recommend going to Sloan, SLO, the number 4N. That's his YouTube channel. He is just, he really gets a lot of the details. And like I said, I think he just came out with this video yesterday or today. I watched it today. But anyway, he's got like the whole timeline. He's got information on each of the young ladies that came out with stuff, and very detailed. So it's definitely worth a look. It is very sad. Yeah, it is very sad. And of course, I don't know if you guys even knew this, but he was at one point married to Katy Perry. I think they were only married for like 14 months. So it wasn't very long. And then supposedly, allegedly, he told her he wanted a divorce via text message. I just seen the guy Sloan called him a monster. Yeah. Not good. Not very good. Yeah. Yeah. He's, yes, Sloan with the 4 definitely doesn't hold punches. He definitely lets you know exactly, what he thinks, whatever. So, but he's really good. He's very thorough. So anyway, the first thing that I wanted to ask, I heard that about how he texted Katy. Yeah. Yeah, I told her he wanted a divorce in a text message while she was on tour. Okay. That's really, gentlemanly and caring. And I knew Katy Perry on New Year's Eve. Oh, it was on New Year's Eve? Oh my God. So he texted Katy, his wife, on New Year's Eve and said he wants a divorce. What kind of person does that? What kind of person does that? Anyway, I mean, just these things that have been coming out, and then learning about this whole Katy Perry thing, I'm losing a lot of respect for him. I used to like him. I thought he was funny. I don't know. I'm losing a lot of respect for him. So, so that's the first thing I want to ask is, did he do it? These allegations, the accusations that have been put out there, did he actually do it? That's what I want to know. I have to be careful what I say. So let's ask. This is all alleged, based on my own opinions, what I get from my guides. Allegedly, I'm getting a yes. I'm getting a yes. Allegedly. So, yes, I am getting a yes that he did do this, what he's being accused of. I do feel like I'm being blocked, though, and I'm not surprised by that. So I'm going to do just a quick clearing. Get my selenite. Not a surprise, David? Would you expect that he would have done something like that? I'm getting a yes. He did all of the things he was accused of, or some of the stuff. I mean, I specifically asked if he essayed, AR'd any of those four ladies. That's how I specifically asked. And it says yes. And then I'm asking right now, was it all four? There's audio of him and Jimmy Savile. Oh, I didn't know that. Are you kidding me? What did he say? Oh my God, I did not know that. What did he say with Jimmy Savile? Oh my God. There you go. Do you need anything more? You just have to hear that, he was connected with Jimmy Savile. I mean, come on. Oh my God. I mean, I'm just getting, not really great cards. So I do get a yes. And when I ask, I'm kind of focusing on the energy. And when I ask if it was all four, terrible and sad, I know. No excuses, but he was on Rugs with a D when he did all of this stuff because he got clean and supposedly turned his life around, or did he continue to do all this after getting clean? See, I don't know what the timeline is. That answers everything. Anyone associated with Savile is guilty by association. Well, I would say not only by association, I would say because of, then you know exactly what kind of person they are. I mean, Savile is evil, very dark. So when I focused on, if it was all four, I was just focusing on that energy. And I'm hearing three for sure. Allegedly, I'm hearing three. So I'm not saying, and I don't know which three. I'm not even going to go there. But I'm hearing three for sure. I don't know, what the fourth one, I don't know which one that is. That's why I'm asking, regardless of the timeline, did he continue doing this stuff after he got clean? I'll ask that. He was talking about his personal assistant, who he said was beautiful, and said to Jimmy she could come to research on Jimmy's brand. Ask what did Jimmy want his assistant to wear? And Savile said he wanted her to wear nothing. Oh, you know what? I heard that. I didn't know that that was with Jimmy Savile. I didn't know that I did hear that, but I didn't realize that that was with Savile. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's really it's not good. What does it feel like when you sense a block? What does it feel like? That's a good question. What does it feel like? It's hard for me to describe. Brand said that would be no problem as his assistant wants. So it's hard to describe persnickety. I kind of feel like I kind of get this feeling like I'm not getting or I'm missing information or something isn't all accurate or it's not all coming through. I get kind of that feeling and then I do a quick clearing and just call in my spiritual beings and just ask them to help kind of the break the block. Um, it's dark doesn't want you to find out anything. So it's common that happens. Feels like feels like something is on the tip of your tongue. Kind of, yeah. Will do as she was told by Brand. Can't quite put your fingers on it. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, maybe not exactly, but it kind of feels like I feel that there's something more that I can't, but I'm not getting it. I don't, it's hard for me to put it into words. It's like just when I'm tapping into the energy, I don't know. I know I'm not really giving a clear answer, but it's hard for me to articulate exactly how that feels for me. It's just, it's a weird thing. I don't quite know how to explain it. Hi, Blue. Hi from Blue, who lives in England. Welcome. Happy Friday. That's interesting. Thank you for explaining. Well, I don't really know if I explained it well. It's just so if I feel like something like I'm not getting a full picture, then I kind of ask, you know, am I being blocked? Or I try to feel if something is blocking me. It's hard for me to explain. And then I say kind of like a quick like little prayer or something and to God and my angels and just ask them to try to remove the block so I can see. Yeah, I don't know how to really say it. Do you know if your own spirit guides are blocking? I suppose that can happen sometimes. I suppose that can happen sometimes. Um, when I'm for protection, I mean, that's a great question. And I do think that it could happen. I do think it could happen. Yeah. To answer your question, yes, I do think that can happen. It's um, it's kind of like when I sit down to do readings, I'm they know they're used to me doing readings and trying to get information. So when I'm sitting down to do a reading, they know that I want the answer. So if they're not giving it to me, usually from what I pick up most of the time, it's because the dark doesn't want to be found out. That's, that's kind of what I feel. But yeah, I mean, your spirit, everyone's spirit guides can definitely be protecting them. That's a really good question, and that's a good point. So, for protection, I mean, I've been doing this so long that I don't really, I mean, I already know how to do protections. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to see my little bracelet that my daughter got me. It's got these lava rocks on it. I'm going to put some Palo Santo that I keep up here. I'm going to put that on. That's to clear negative. So I put it right on my little lava stones. And then, and it smells really good too, I'm going to put my frankincense and myrrh, which it's abbreviated because it does smell good. Yeah. So and then I'm going to put the frankincense and myrrh so it, protects me. And of course, oh, there we go. So that kind of seals you back up. I'm going to put that on my other lava rocks. Yeah, putting them right on the lava rocks. And this smells really good too. Anyway, there we go. Oh, you love my corn top? Yes. It's my corn sweatshirt. Yeah. Corn. Love corn. Brand got sacked from the BBC after leaving lewd messages on Andrew Sachs' message machine about his granddaughter who Brand had slept with. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Let's ask Mudball's question. If, I don't know what the timeline is of when he got clean. I know he was doing I believe it was, for a long time, many years, and then he got clean from that. So let's ask if, he was doing some of this stuff or did some of this stuff, the SAR after he got clean. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, Chrissy. What's crazy is the media outlets encourage his lewdness. Yeah, of course they did. He even got an award, Shagger of the Year, from one of them. I'm not surprised by that at all. Okay. What did he do? Any RSA, however you want to say that, after he was clean and sober? He thought about it. He wanted to, but no, I don't think that he did. I'm not getting a flat out no, but it's more of he really restrained himself. He really, really, really held back and just restrained himself. But he wanted to. That's allegedly. This is all alleged. But he wanted to. And it was really tough to. Hi, Maria. Happy Friday. I, it was really, really hard for him to get clean. That was not easy for him. That was not easy for him. That was not easy for him at all. So, and you know, I understand that, you know, when you have an addiction or whatever, it is difficult. I get that. It's not easy. So he really, really struggled with that, which then really made, you know, him wanting to even stronger, because that would have been like a release for him, allegedly. So, you know, I'm going to say I don't think he did after he got sober. Not that he didn't want to, because I do feel he did, allegedly. But I think that I think he wanted to, but I think he held back. The demons were riding him hard back in the day, and they probably still trying to get him to get back down that hole. Yeah. Well, that's another interesting thing. Now that you brought that up. So there's a couple of the accusers that made the statement that, you know, they would see this glazed look come over his eyes. And it was almost like, well, one said glazed. I think two said glazed. Two people said glazed. And then there was another person who said his eyes went black. And they said it was very just, it kind of freaked them out. As soon as I heard that, I knew immediately what was happening. So I just feel that a dark thing, entity, whatever, was in him. Almost crazed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just feel that, you know, there was a dark entity, whatever you want to say, demon, you know, whatever. Do you think it was absolutely it was demonic? Absolutely. There's no question. I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy. I'm going to send you all some protection right now. Put some on me too. Because he was on D, letting demons in. Does he even remember what he did? Yeah, crazed and demonic. Yeah, allegedly. I feel I'll ask, but I can tell you what I'm picking up on when I'm focusing on the energy. He absolutely remembers, but I don't know that he could stop it or wanted to stop it, because at that point he was so used to that being like that and what that felt like that I don't know that he wanted to stop it. And by stopping it, I mean the dark kind of taking over or taking hold. But let's ask if he remembers. Let's just ask. Let's ask the cards, see what the cards say. Yes, that's just some messed up situation. Messed up. Yeah. See, that's what I'm getting. That's what I was feeling. Oh, double yes. Yeah. This is no question. He absolutely, absolutely remembers. Yes, he does. Allegedly. Double yes. And he is kind of what I was saying. He was so used to how that felt. It's hard for me to explain. If you've had dark attached to you or on you, affecting you for a really, really long time, maybe even since childhood or your whole entire life, that's all you know. That's all you know. So, do you realize that it's even happening? I mean, maybe you will, but probably most people won't. And but that feels comfortable to you, so you wouldn't want to stop that because that's all you know. And I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that's kind of like that's the feeling I'm getting, is that he absolutely knew, but just I don't know if I want to say liked the way that felt when that took over him, or we just was so used to it. It was a combination of both, allegedly. So yeah, he does remember. Absolutely, absolutely he does. And of course, yeah, the dark is going to make you do more rugs with a D. I mean, I've talked about this in past videos. So the dark makes you do more rugs to make you more open to have more dark come in. So you do rugs, then you're more open, more dark comes in, which then makes you do more rugs and essay and all of this other stuff. And it's this vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. Um, it just keeps going. Do you think he will go to trial? Will there be legal repercussions? That's a good question, Mudball. I'll ask that. But let's ask, if, because I think the accusers are like, am I correct on this? That he's only been accused like in the media or whatever. I don't think any criminal charges have been brought. Am I correct on that? But let's ask if he will, you know, be any, if there will be any sort of legal repercussions whatsoever, whether it's going to trial, being charged, whatever. So let's just ask that. He's stressed about it, boy. Trial by media. Yeah, that's what I thought. There is so much more that has happened. I think there are other, I'm going to say, people who have had that done to them as well, who have not come forward, that we may not hear about. Getting blocked again. This is annoying. I hate when I get blocked. I got to have a conversation with them real quick. Hold on. All right, I'm going to ask that again because that just wasn't a it just didn't answer at all. Okay, let's ask again. It is just not giving me an answer. I'm going to say first of all, much more information has to come out, or I guess you might say, I don't know, evidence or whatever, before it would get to that, get to that point where he could be charged. So I'm going to say it hasn't been decided yet. That's literally what I'm getting. I'm getting that it has not been decided yet, and more information has to become known. A lot more information, evidence, whatever you want to, proof, receipts, whatever, has to be known, a lot more, before they would even think of doing that. I'm getting kind of, he may not be. I really hope I'm wrong on that, but I'm kind of getting that he may not be, that no charges may actually come. However, I do think there may be civil suits. And I think that he will end up, settling with some people. A lot of money. Legal, criminal. I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now. I'm just not feeling it right now. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Katie said she made a surprise visit to a live stand-up, and he was talking about his marriage in a derogatory manner. I had no idea any of that happened. Like, that's how it played out. I mean, that's kind of makes me sad. Like, why would you, well, okay. I was going to say, why would you treat like, someone you're married to like that? Even if you feel like it's over, what's the basis to literally disrespect and treat somebody that low? But I don't need to ask that, because the darkness, that's what it is. That's what it was. That's going to make you act and do all that kind of stuff. I'm really bummed that I don't know that criminal legal charges will be brought, allegedly. And that was enough for her. Yeah, well, that's ridiculous. And nobody should be treated like that. All right, so let's ask, why did Russell actually dump Katie? Neither one was very open about what happened. So I truly feel for the victims. Me too. Me too. Um, I don't know. And even beyond the SA, he was also supposedly doing stuff like, um, you know, flashing, if you know what I mean by that. Um, Innuendos, making lewd comments, so this was like his MO for, I think, a very long time. He asked for the divorce, so seemed like she was okay with his abusive side towards her. Yeah, when I focus on the energy with Katy and Russell, Katy Perry, allegedly, I get that she was really, how do I describe this? She was pulled in. She was pulled in. It's almost like she didn't have, I don't even know how to say this. It's almost like she was pulled in by his darkness because it was so strong. Like grabbed and, couldn't get out. Under spell, something like that. That's how the energy feels to me. Which would explain why she maybe put up with this stuff from him. I feel like, the whole marriage was not good. Mesmerized, but to the next level, like almost out of her control. Almost out of her control. I don't know how to, I don't want to say hypnotized, but like she named him Rasputin. Yeah. So let's ask why. Let's ask. I feel it was a bait and switch. He was a phone, and the dark side finally came out. A phony. Good name for him. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a weird energy. Like I feel like Katy literally had no control on a spiritual level. On a spiritual energy level, I feel like she was pulled in. I don't know if I'm articulating it right. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's almost like she was, I don't know. Let me think if I can think of a better way to say it. But let's ask why he really did, divorce her. I mean, I'm going to say she dodged a bullet, so I'm glad that he did. Well, why did he do it? There's a few reasons. Whatever it was, I'm glad she was released from his clutches. Yeah, almost like chains or shackles on a spiritual level. Brand would put her on video while she was sleeping or had just woke up. He was very disrespectful towards her. Yeah. I mean, I can feel the dynamic between them, and it's messed up. It's messed up. Okay, so why did he, divorce her? Well, first of all, he had been thinking about, actually, I think he had allegedly been unfaithful. I think he cheated on her, which wouldn't be a reason why he would get divorced. However, I think he then actually met someone who he thought, or he had his sights on someone that he thought he would rather be in a relationship with them. And he couldn't very well do that if he was with her. That's part of it. The other part of it is, there you go. So part of it is just, that was kind of what he was operating under. But yeah, I think that I think he may have been unfaithful, allegedly. Go do your own research, people. But then, so there's the unfaithful, and then he met someone. Please tap the like button. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Chrissy. Yeah, please tap the like button. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you, Chrissy. The devil darkness. Yeah. So, he also knew that if he did this or this while he was still married to her, that news that would get out in the general public, whatever, and he would not, people would start, crucifying him. So it was also a strategic move, because of his career. He was trying to protect his career by doing that because he wanted this. So, hi, Sharon. He is a narcissistic, horrible man. She was infatuated with him. That's how they work. The highs and the lows and swings and roundabouts kill your soul. That's how I describe him. Enjoying today from the UK. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what he had in him. And, I feel like people can be affected by, dark energy. And I mean, and I think I've said this to you guys before, but like you can walk into a grocery store and happen to walk by another customer who maybe just is going through, maybe they had a death of a loved one, or, they're in this like, or maybe a trauma, and they're in this like deep anguish and despair, and just this grieving loss. That's a dark energy, right? So that is a dark energy. It's a different kind of negative energy. And if you go by, it can kind of affect you, and, you can take some of it home with you and it can affect you. So it's just all around us. And there are stronger, there's definitely stronger, there's a lot of, beings out there, and they're not all good. And some of them are pretty darn strong. That's what I'm feeling with Russell Brand. That's what I'm feeling with him. So it's, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that, anyone who does that kind of stuff anyway is most likely 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, has something, they're operating with dark energy anyway. People who don't have this dark energy in them or affecting them, they're not going to do stuff like that because they're not being affected like that by the dark, or they don't have anything in them. So does that make sense? So, whenever someone's doing stuff like that, you can better believe that it's because they have some dark. literally in them or attached to them, affecting them, whatever. And it's pretty strong, because if they're going to take it to that degree, that level, that's strong. That is strong. That is some strong dark energy that's going to actually make someone go to that level. So, I want to ask if, because again, I don't know the timelines. I want to ask if Katy knew, allegedly, that he was doing this kind of stuff, SAR, whatever, while she was married to him, or, when she met him, or whatever, or that he had done it in his past, whatever the timeline is. I don't even know. But let's ask if she knew. So many major TV and movie chiefs must have turned a blind eye. 100%. 100%. Did Katy know? I'm getting a no, not until later. And when she found out, she was really upset. So I don't think that she knew. I'm not getting that she knew. So that's good. However, I do feel that she suspected something was off. I can feel her energy, and I can feel her thinking about some things that she had heard, and was trying to process it and make sense of, could this really have happened? No. Could it? Why am I hearing this? No, that can't be true. Like, kind of like that. So, but then, she was thinking about it. So but again, then I go right back into that hypnotic, trapped, shackled spiritual energy. So it's like, even if she, at the time she was with him, even if she did know, I don't know that she would have fully done anything about it, because she was like in this shackled, spiritual shackles with him. So, but I'm getting a no. I don't think she literally knew, if that makes sense. It's lovely that Katy found new love and had a family. Yeah, it is. I love her on American Idol. I am a huge, huge, huge American Idol fan. And, it, for the last 6-7 years, however long it's been back on, it's Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie. And they by far are the best judges that show has ever had. They are hilarious together. So flippin' funny. It's so funny. Me too. I have watched it from the beginning. Yeah. They are the best judges on there. Their chemistry together, all three of them, are just so funny. But because of this is interesting. I just thought of this. And my daughter had brought this up to me earlier. Because of this whole thing now blowing up with Russell Brand, who's her ex-husband, and people are wondering, she did that one. You also like America's Got Talent with Simon. I've seen clips or certain episodes here and there. I do like Simon. I think he's hilarious just because he's such a, I was going to say the D word, ick, but I won't say it. But I just like singing. I don't want to see acrobats or whatever the other stuff is that they do. I don't want to see all that. I just like the singing. I love beautiful voices. I'm very passionate about music. So anyway, since all of this has been coming out, with Russell Brand, so now there's some things surfacing how Katy has had done her own stuff that was maybe inappropriate in the past. And like even on American Idol, like I don't really remember that, but there was a clip of her. There was a young kid on there, and he, she said, I want to kiss you or something, and he didn't want to do that, and he felt uncomfortable. So she said, "Well, kiss my cheek," and then she turned her face and kissed him, and he fell back. Well, it's come out later that I saw you saw that episode, and it's come out. He's spoken out now saying, or later, that he was uncomfortable by that because it was unwanted. It was unwanted. And then there's other clips or whatever that have come out that she was like kissing Justin Bieber. I feel so bad for Justin Bieber. He's got to be traumatized. It was very inappropriate. Yeah. Justin Bieber's got to be so traumatized from so many people. He groped Justin Bieber. She groped. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. And then I also saw her kissing his cheek or something. I don't even know. I mean, poor Justin Bieber. That poor guy. I know he's not a kid anymore, but that poor guy. That I just feel awful for all of the inappropriate stuff and the things that have happened to him, since he's been a little kid. But let's ask about Katy. Getting back to Katy. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah. He is old enough to be our son. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah, I don't even know how old he is right now, but I know he's not a kid anymore, but to me, he's a kid. But yeah, I just feel bad for Justin. But let's ask if any, nor did I about Katy. Yeah. James Gordon also made sleazy comments at Justin Bieber in an award show. I'm not sure who James Gordon is. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Who hasn't harassed, made comments, groped, kissed, licked, whatever to poor Justin Bieber? Who hasn't? I mean, I feel really, really bad for him. Corden. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Everyone has picked on him, and I just feel awful. That's a whole nother spiritual trap. That's like a spiritual. He was a talk show host on CBS, The Late Late Show. Maybe I'd recognize him if I saw his face. I'm not going to look him up now. I'll look him up later. But I lost my train of thought. What was I just going to say? Oh, so Justin Bieber, that's a good example of someone who was sold into dark and by his family, and then is like, in these he's trapped, right? He's sold into this dark world and dark energy, and it's just kind of, I mean, the dark then does all of this stuff that is really bad for whoever the person is that's sold to them. He's only 29 years old. Yeah, I feel really bad for him. I don't know. Every time I focus on his energy, it's just, I feel so bad. Was Katie's bad behavior caused by some of the effects of Russell Brand left on her? That's a good question, David. That's a really good question. Let's ask that. And then I wanted to ask if Katie will have any, if any cancel culture or anything will come to Katie. But yeah, that's a great question. Let's ask that. If some of, Katie's stuff that she's done in the past that was inappropriate, is that because of some effects, residual effects left over or maybe still attached to her from Russell? Let's ask that. Allegedly. I feel a dark energy in Katie too. At that time. I'm going to say a little bit, maybe a little bit. I don't think. See, Katie wasn't doing any energy clearing. That's correct. Katie, call me. I'll teach you how to do energy clearing. Yeah, I don't think it was all that. I think she may have had a little residual from Russell, but I also feel especially when I focus on Katie's energy, I also feel that she had her own darkness on her, but it wasn't anything like it was that Russell had. It was like a different thing, but she was being affected by some dark of her own, like, not just from Russell, but I mean, I'm just going to say anyone who gets to that level of fame, you know what they say about Hollywood, right? Anyone who gets to that level of fame, there has to be something behind the scenes at work. I'm going to say for the really mega stars, because how do you get there if not for something behind the scenes working? That's how I'm going to say it. It's so I don't think it was all, from Russell. I think she had her own too. Yeah, Katie did come from a preacher family. Yeah, I'll ask that, Lena. But I want to ask really quick if that's true. There are tons of talented people trying to break into the business. Yeah. And there are actually talented people who do kind of break into the business, and they get some fame and they do get to a certain level, but I'm talking about the huge superstars. You don't get there there's something behind the scenes at work that just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. I'm going to say it's rare, especially when you're talking about Hollywood. So I'll ask your question, Lena, but let me first ask if there will be any type of canceling of Katy. Russell Brand's already been canceled, right? YouTube's pulled his funding. Other social media platforms have pulled his monetization. So, he's already getting canceled. Although he's claiming that it's, them that are out to get him. That's a whole nother thing. We can ask about that if you guys want. But I want to ask if Katy will have any kind of canceling. Oh my God. How many times is this going to come up? I'm going to say for the most part, I don't think she will be canceled. I do see there's one, it's either a sponsor, an agency, there's something that is thinking about whether they should or not. Ultimately, though, I don't think she will be majorly canceled. She may have a couple little things. I hope it's not on American Idol. I hope she's not canceled off of that show. But I do think there's maybe a little something, but I think for the most part, I think she's going to be okay. I don't see major canceling for her. You don't get to Beyonce or Michael Jackson fame without shady business behind the scenes. Yeah. And by shady business, we're talking major, dark, sold into darkness. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so is Russell Brand from an SA family? Let's ask. Yeah, I don't know anything about his background, his family life, childhood. I don't know anything about that. Well, it is saying that there were some things that there were definitely some aspects of his family and early childhood and family life that were very unbalanced. I think that I don't know that I would say that was. I don't say it was an SA family though. I don't think his family was an SA, had a history of that. I'm not getting that. And actually, I know nothing about his background or anything, but I think he may have been close with either his father or grandfather, someone that was like a father to him figure. So he did have at least one good, relationship with someone that he looked up to. But I don't think, I do see some other stuff going on that may not have been the greatest with his family life and his early, the people in his family or his early childhood. I do see there was some other stuff that probably was not that great and could have had an effect on him. You know what? I just heard that I just heard that I think it's his mother's side, allegedly. I'm hearing that Russell Brand's this darkness stuff is like a ancestral thing. So like a generational thing where it's kind of passed down over the generations. So, people in each generation are kind of affected by this. And I'm getting that it's his mother's side where this came from, allegedly. So, and that's not surprising. When you have something that strong and that dark on you, it's usually either one from someone who is into some dark stuff and they kind of direct that at you, or it's common to have it like be a generational thing. So, over the generations, this has been like attached to many people in the family generationally, and it just keeps carrying down. So, um, I don't think SA though was part of it, but I don't know that it was maybe the most balanced, younger upbringing or whatever. I think there was a lot of not great things happening. Does Taylor Swift have dark energy behind her huge success? Well, that's a great question. I mean, I'll ask that. I've heard Taylor Swift is deep into the dark hole, like she likes drinking blood and sacrifices and stuff. I haven't heard that, but I don't really know a lot about Taylor Swift. So, I mean, I just don't follow the younger people. Unless it's like some big, scandal or they did something wrong, or, that's when I start stepping in and kind of focusing on the energy. But let's ask if Taylor, I mean, I know what I feel. I feel yes, but I'm going to confirm it with the cards. Yes. Allegedly. I'm getting yes. I already felt that anyway, but it's as a result of some agreements, contracts made with dark. She's doing something powerful to get that many people to pay thousands of dollars to attend a show. Beyonce too. Yeah. Agreed. Well, I mean, Beyonce openly talks about her demon or whatever that comes into her, Sasha, I think she calls her. So she's open about that. Yeah. I mean, I've always felt like that about Taylor anyway, because again, you don't get to that mega, mega, mega stardom unless there is something going on behind the scenes on a spiritual energy level. And there's some agreement made or somebody sold or whatever. I mean, here, I've got it again, contracts, agreements. So yeah, you just don't get to that level. You just don't. I mean, I'm sure that there are some that could get to that level, but I mean, that major, ridiculously over the top, superstardom, there's something going on there. At my age, I always wonder, what are these people thinking? They want so much fame and fortune at a very high cost. Darkness, I am light and I pray for them all. Good, good. Her image is too good, and that's not human nature in general. Yeah. Taylor was sweet and wholesome, and then she came back with a new album saying the Taylor Swift is dead, and then she has a more darker album and songs. Yeah. They end up so isolated and lonely. Hi, Penny. Happy Friday. Hello, better late than never. Selling her soul. Yeah. Um, I mean, I just think that you don't get to that level. You don't get to that level. Happy Friday. You don't get to that level of this ridiculously major stardom without something, some agreement, some, you know, dark being involved somehow. You just, that just doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Again, you can get, like you can tell, celebrities, artists, actors, whatever, the ones that get, they're popular, but maybe they haven't reached that like ridiculously, completely crazy superstardom. Those are probably the ones who are not affected by the dark, and they've gotten, and they got there because of their talent, and um but these crazy, there's something going on that's just not, it's just not, that's what I pick up, when I focus on the spiritual energy of it. It just not, that doesn't happen. So I don't know. You know what? Going back to, I just thought of something about Russell Brand. Let's ask one more thing. I wanted to ask if because I still feel like he still might have some of that dark on him. But I'm going to ask if he feels any kind of remorse, or allegedly, or empathy, or feels bad about anything. You know, I'm going to say he does, which I'm glad to see. He wishes he could take it back, but he is never going to admit that. Because to admit that obviously would be admitting that this stuff happened, right? So you will never hear him say that, like ever, ever, ever. But I do feel that, yeah, I do feel that he does feel some remorse, and feels that he, this was not good judgment, allegedly. So, yeah, I'm glad to see, at least I do think he feels some, see, but then I get pulled right back into that overpowering darkness that had him, like had a hold of him. And it was overpowering. So, I just think he was like shackled to it, whatever. It was like in him, and it was shackling him. And, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that's the energy that I pick up. Dark. I thought we weren't going to do dark again this week. Didn't we say that last week that was just going to be mermaids and unicorns? And here we go again. Talking about the dark. I got my selenite. I put my frankincense and myrrh and Palo Santo on. Yeah, we did. Yes. Yeah. What happened to that? Dang it, Russell Brand, for pulling this stuff. And then, of course, I got to ask about it. Yeah, we did. Well, should we end on a positive note? Let's ask. Let's ask if, you know, I don't know, we can come up with any kind of spiritual creature. We can ask, like, are unicorns real? Are fairies real? Are, any of that stuff? Unicorns, is any of that real? Let's end on that. Let's go in that direction so we can get some positive stuff here. I've still got a ton of stuff on my list that I just haven't been able to get to because we've had this other breaking, Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson, and now, Russell Brand. Yeah, are fairies real? Yeah. You know how much I love unicorns? Yes, I do. Yeah. Well, let's ask that first. Let's ask if unicorns are real. And let's all hope that they are. Let's all say a quick prayer. Let's see. Let's ask, because we want to get some good energy up in here. Got a piece of hair stuck in my cards here. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so our stories of unicorns and fairies, yeah. Okay, so are unicorns real? You aren't? I'm going to ask that, David. You guys aren't going to like this answer. I'm getting a no. But what I felt when I was focusing on the energy when I was shuffling is that I do think tens of thousands of years ago, they may have been real then, but they've been gone. I don't think that I believe they are. Yeah. But so I think that maybe, long time ago, they may have been literally here. I'm getting that no, not right now. So, and I keep getting an image in my head of like dinosaurs. So, they probably went extinct. Oh, and I just heard that they're still kind of real on a spiritual level. Even when not just when humans pass on, but when animals, and unicorn I would consider like an animal or some kind of spiritual thing, but whenever they pass on, they are going to pass on and kind of be on that other plane. Erwin Saunders is a YouTube channel where he hunts for forest fairies, etc. It's fake but entertaining. He has millions and millions of views. Very cute. Are unicorns interdimensional? That's a good question. I tend to think legends and myths have some basis in fact. Yeah. Were dinosaurs still around when humans came to be? Did they coexist? We are going down the other rabbit hole on the opposite end of the spectrum. Yeah. Well, let's ask, because David wanted to ask. Let me just make sure. Yes, we asked about, okay, so we'll ask about if fairies are real or were real if currently extinct. Yeah. I didn't even see that you asked that, Ashley. I just kind of felt that. psychically focusing on the energy that I think they used to be. Rabbit holes can be fun. There are some antique paintings depicting people riding dinosaurs. Interesting. Well, let's ask about fairies. We're gonna get through all of these. And why can't I find this piece of hair that's stuck? It's driving me crazy. I lose hair and then it's like stuck in my cards here, and I keep feeling it, but I can't find it. All right, so let's ask if fairies. I already know what I feel about this. My typing is a bit wobbly today. That's okay. My typing is wobbly every day. Okay, so are fairies real? I'm going to ask that. I already know. I already feel that they are, but let's ask. I love going to the Renaissance Fair. It's so magical and spiritual. Yeah. I think fairies are definitely interdimensional. Yeah, well, we're going to ask if all of those things are, like Lena said about the unicorns, and we're going to ask if all of them are interdimensional in a second. Yeah. This is funny. So as I was asking that, and I'm shuffling, I'm laying out the cards, I can kind of feel, okay, first of all, before I even tell you what the cards say, I have always felt the energy of fairies, elementals, that kind of thing, right? I can feel the energy like on a spiritual level of them. The cards are not answering. And what I was getting when I'm seeing the no answer in the cards was I was hearing them laughing. They're not going to let us know that they're real. They're not going to let us know, but they're going to keep that hidden. But it says we already know. We already know. So I'm going to say yes, they are. Fairies, other elementals, whatever those might be, are real. Could probably put unicorns in that too. Although unicorns feel a little bit different to me. But yeah, I would say they are real. And they're definitely, so let's ask if, I think fairies are definitely interdimensional. Yes, all the elemental interdimensional elves, fairies, gnomes. Forest fairies would be cool, but I need a laundry fairy. I need a laundry fairy too, and a cooking fairy, a chef fairy, preferably one that doesn't steal all your left socks. Yeah. So let's ask if all of these elementals, fairies, unicorns, all of that stuff, if they're interdimensional and sometimes pop in or, kind of cross into different dimensions. I feel like yes, but I'm going to see what the cards say. I can still hear those little fairies laughing. They're like, yeah, we're not telling you. We're not going to admit that. And this would, by the way, this would apply to dragons, because I do feel dragons are real too, but on a spiritual level. Well, I mean, here's the dimensions. Here's the different dimensions. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a yes, and I'm getting that they're not, they don't always, if you do see fairies, it will be out of the corner of your eye. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want you to know. I can still hear them laughing. It's like their little joke. So yes, so any of the things that we might consider, you know, elementals like unicorns, fairies, elves, gnomes, all of that stuff. Dragons, I would put in that. Yes, interdimensional. This would be the other dimensions. And I'm getting that they do come in and out, but it's mainly that we can hear them. Mostly they stay in other dimensions. They do sometimes come in, but mainly we can hear them. So that would explain why it's hard for people to actually see them or find them, because they're, and by the way, I'm getting that they can see us clear as day. They can see us clear as day. And I do feel that they come in and help us. That's what I'm feeling. Some cultures teach that fairies are always naughty or evil. What do you think? I've heard that too. Let me focus on that. I'm getting that some maybe are, but I don't know that I would say evil, because to me that's like, demons, dark energy. I would say more like mischievous, um, tricksters, jokesters. That's how some of their energy feels to me. So I wouldn't say that all of them are, you know, I wouldn't say all of them are trying to, what I am getting though? I just got an image of, are they gnomes? What are they? I don't know exactly what I'm looking at. I don't think it's a fairy. It's something else. Those are evil. Those are from the dark, and I can't quite get what they are. It looks like it's not a gnome. It's a, I don't know how to describe it. Goblins. I don't know how to describe it, but I can see them, and they are more from the dark. I would say that's what and that would, explain why I'm getting that they're maybe gargoyles, maybe. Yeah. But they're little. Like I can see them, they're little. I don't know how to do it. Maybe it's something similar to that. But that would explain why I'm hearing the elves or fairies or whatever laughing, because they don't want us to. They try to stay hidden from us. But I am getting that a lot of them help us. Maybe not all of them. I definitely feel unicorns, and there's a lot of fairies and elves and stuff that do help us. So they try to help, do things for us. Dinosaurs were even found on cave walls, like they hunted them like deer. I heard Nessie is actually an elusive species of dinosaur that we thought went extinct but didn't. Interesting. We need to start our list for the spooky Halloween readings. Yeah. I think plesiosaur, I forgot, they look like brontosaurus with teeth and flippers. Interesting. Yeah, you guys start making your list. We already cheated and did some of them now. We gotta save some of the spooky topics for Halloween topic or Halloween night on October 20. I think it's the 27th, right? Let's see. Is it? I'm just going to confirm it's the 27th. Let's see here. Yeah, October 27th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Come up with a list of all the spooky stuff. All right, so let's ask if dinosaurs were or humans were alive when dinosaurs were here? Let's ask that. Hmm. I love Halloween. Yeah, me too. You know what? I'm going to say there may have been some species of dinosaurs that were still here when humans came to be. I don't know if all of them were here, but I do feel some of them were. So, and it looks like they kind of coexisted and really tried to stay away from each other. Like I don't see them doing too much with each other. I think they kind of tried to stay away from each other. They may have interacted a little bit, but yeah, I think some. But I think the ones that were still here when people were I guess the more subdued, nicer ones. I'm not a dinosaur expert, so I don't know which ones those would be. But like the nicer, more calm, subdued, those I feel were the ones that were here. So I do think that, yeah. And I think it was a nice coexistence. I don't think it was any, I'm just going back to see if there was any other. Okay, we got the unicorns, forest fairies, laundry fairy. Yeah, we'll ask if Loch Ness is real. Hold on one second. Okay, Nessie is a elusive species of dinosaur that we thought went extinct. We'll ask that. Confirm Nessie exists. Let's ask. First, let's ask if the Loch Ness is real. Let's ask that. Whatever it is, let's ask. And then depending on what the answer is, then we'll ask, is it some form of extinct, dinosaur that is still here? Let's ask. Okay, so here's another one that I'm going to say, I think at one point in time, yes, there was something like a Loch Ness monster. I don't feel there is any anymore. I feel that, they're definitely gone. And I'm getting a no that they're not real right now. So, but I do feel that at some point in time, let's not leave out Bigfoot. Yeah. I do feel at some point in time, there was something like a Loch Ness. You know what? Let's ask if it was some sort of, I don't know, species of dinosaur, something that people were thinking, let's ask that. saying not exactly. So what it's saying is it wasn't exactly some species of dinosaur. It was because I'm getting a no, and what I'm getting is something else, kind of, but something else. Um, I feel like it was its own thing, and I feel like it was like really from a long time ago. I don't feel anything with it now, but I do feel at one point it was like, so I don't know that it was actually like, part of dinosaur whatever. It was like its own thing. And I'm trying to even focus like what was it? It was just I just heard that's interdimensional. The whatever is the Loch Ness monster. That's interdimensional. Mhm. That's why no one can find it. Yeah. Have mermaids ever existed on Earth? Yeah. I love mermaids. Space Nessie. Yeah. Well, let's ask about Bigfoot, and then we'll ask about mermaids, and then I'm going to probably sign off. I am getting a little hungry. So, okay, so let's ask. I just saw that you said that, David. I need to know I'm from Scotland. Poor Nessie, she's got to be really lonely. Yeah. Well, see, I feel like it's interdimensional and I feel like there's others like them. So I don't know that Nessie's lonely. All right, so let's ask if Bigfoot is real. Boy, did this live it totally took a 360 degree. Never found bones or a carcass either for Nessie or Bigfoot. Interdimensional would make sense. Yeah. If mermaids exist, the Selkie definitely exists too. What's Selkie? I don't think I know what that is. Okay, Bigfoot. Nessie is from another plane. Selkie are seals that come on land and shed their fur and become a beautiful woman. Oh, I've never heard of that before. That's interesting. Okay, Bigfoot. I'm getting a yes. I'm getting yes. They are or have been real. Yep, I'm getting a yes. But I'm also getting, it's been quite a long time since they've actually been here. See, on this one, when I'm asking if they are also interdimensional, I'm hearing a flat out no. So I do think that is something, Bigfoot is something that actually was just here and that's it. Because I'm getting a no on the interdimensional with Bigfoot, but I do get a yes. But I think it's been a long time since they've been, gone. Why do people report seeing UFOs along with seeing or hearing a Bigfoot roar call? Oh, that's interesting. I have heard that. Yeah, let's ask first about mermaids. Let's ask if mermaids ever existed. That's another one that I'm going to say, yeah, Daryl Hannah and Splash, yeah. It's possible that what we think are Bigfoot might actually be a type of skinwalker and not actually Bigfoot. Could be. Yeah, it could be. You're right about that. I'm going to say I do think mermaids are real, but never here. And I think, again, interdimensional. Bigfoot so far is the only one that I didn't pick up that it's interdimensional. The other ones I'm getting interdimensional. But I do get that they have popped over here from time to time. It's rare. It's not often. They're actually scared to really come here and be seen or be found or whatever. So because of that, they really don't come here that often. But I'm asking, have they, ever been here? And I'm definitely getting a yes, but not often. So I am getting, interdimensional on that one too. But yeah, I do think they're real. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. Okay, last thing I'm going to ask is why do people report seeing UFOs along with seeing or hearing a Bigfoot roar call? Yeah, that's a good question. I'm going to ask, is there any connection to that? Like, are the two connected? I'm going to ask that. I'm feeling like they're separate, but let's ask. Yeah, see, I feel like it's not connected. I wonder if people out at sea may get a glimpse of the mermaids. I think people have in the past. That I'm hearing a yes on that. I don't get that there's a connection between. I think it's coincidence. That's what I'm getting. I think it's not. I don't think the two are connected, like the loud. But I know what you're saying, Lena, because I've heard that before too. That that they've claimed that they've seen a UFO and then they hear this really loud roar. So I have heard that. But I don't feel that it's necessarily connected. See, when I focus on, aliens or anything like that, I get that for the most part, they remain quiet. Like I don't get that they make a lot of, I'm not saying maybe never, but I'm just getting quiet. They're quiet. So I don't, I think that that's a coincidence. That's what I'm feeling anyway. Who knows? I could be totally wrong. But this was fun. Are today's Bigfoot actually skinwalkers? Okay, last question. Because my stomach's rumbling. Hmm. I'm getting not exactly. Not exactly. I think that's something different. And that does feel very dark to me. Very dark. Whereas I didn't necessarily pick up dark on, whatever Bigfoot was. Skinwalkers are aliens, right? I don't know that they are. I think there's some other like skinwalkers are cannibals. See, I just feel a lot of darkness when I focus on skinwalkers. A lot of darkness. Where I didn't really feel any darkness on Bigfoot. There are people who sold their soul to live forever. Demons? See, that's more of the energy that I feel. That's more of the energy that I feel. I just feel dark. It's a dark thing. I don't even know that they were ever really human, actually. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, that's just dark. Here we are back at the dark again. They turn into primal savages and lure people to their death and eat them. I mean, I would believe that they do that because they feel really dark to me, but oh, thanks, Chrissy. Yeah, I just think they're just really dark. I don't know that it's really Bigfoot. I think they're two separate things. Okay, guys, that's it. We went, dark, and then we went, interdimensional. And then we came back to the dark, and now we're back to interdimensional again. So thank you. I will. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys, and have a safe, happy, fun weekend, everybody. Big hugs, and have a great week ahead. And I will see you guys next Friday. So have a great weekend. Love you guys. Bye.